Hello friends, my name is Claire and I'm going to be redesigning the 19 Culpeper House in The Sims 4. So this is an apartment. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. If you're not looking for an apartment and would like to do something in the base game or not in the world that came with city living, I did make a video last week of a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. So if apartments aren't really your thing, you can maybe go check out that if you're interested. We are starting off in the kitchen. I wanted to give this apartment kind of a modern theme, and I was imagining maybe both of these parents would be working, and that gives a lot of attention to their child who is a little bit spoiled. That was kind of the theme for this video. I've been wanting to do a spoiled teen apartment again. I did that over Christmas, and I just kind of haven't really had time to do it, or I had the inspiration to do that. So instead of a spoiled teen, this is a spoiled child, and maybe the spoiled teen apartment's for in the future, and this is the prequel of that other video. So I do use a lot of items from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I felt like it had a lot of modern items that you would maybe see in an apartment like this, and so we are just going to be adding all the safety features, of course. You want to keep our Sims safe, and unless you don't, then you just need to get rid of the fire alarms and then your apartment will burn down. Anyway, we are just going to be going and adding a bookshelf. I did also want to add items from more fancier modern packs, like this kit. That comes with the frame TV. It also comes with this cool bookshelf that looked very modern, and I do change out that plant in the corner by the garbage can. I thought I would be using items from the seasons pack, but that plant was the only item, and so I just kind of switched it out for a base game, just so those who go to the Sims 4 gallery and download this room, they don't get confused, or they don't oh, I can't download this pack or this room because there's that pack I don't have. So we are now in the living room space. I wanted this to be a very large space just because I feel like these parents or this family really likes to show off their things, and so having a large couch would make sense. I also kept this area pretty clean just so the spoiled child can maybe have sleepovers. That's a feature that got added to the growing together pack. So if you have that growing together pack, you can have sleepovers, and Sims will come over and visit, and I feel like that's a really cool feature that just kind of brings more life into this game. I've never actually had my Sims have a sleepover because I usually just stick to building, and so we are just going to be adding a dollhouse in the corner, and I was trying to be aware of that little hole by the dollhouse. There are little mice that come through this apartment, and so I wanted to make sure that there weren't too many items blocking that way for pest control to come and help out, or your Sims can also do it, I'm pretty sure. So we are just going to be adding some pictures, and again, keeping this area pretty simple because I feel like the parents would be like, oh yeah, sure, you can have a sleepover every weekend or something like that. Maybe the child is a club leader for that kids club if you have the get together pack, and so we are just going to be making a little feature wall on the TV wall, and I felt like it needed something extra. That did make me change the dollhouse, but it make me change the dollhouse, but I felt like it looked a little too dark, so I added a purple dollhouse, and so we're just going to be adding some side tables, or items on the side tables. I added the side tables a while ago, and now we're just going to be adding a little TV coffee table or TV console. Yeah, this felt like a little bit empty, but I wanted it to be empty so it's easier for Sims to deal with the rodents, and so we are just going to be adding a dining room table. It did take me a little bit to figure out exactly if I wanted this area to be a dining room table, because like the area more on the right, it's like the hallway, that's like where all the bedrooms are, and so I do keep this this dining table and add a rug. It's all from the Dream Home Decorator pack, and I do make a little drop zone area, shoe taking on and off area, and I'm just gonna be adding a picture. Again, this area is one of the more clean areas. I would maybe say that this apartment's even a little bit minimalistic, just because I didn't overly clutter the space, but that was mostly just because I was trying to be cautious of the items, like these pipes you have to sometimes adjust or fix, and so we're just going into the bathroom now. This is the only bathroom in the house, like I said earlier. It is a one bathroom, two bedroom apartment, and so I do add laundry into this space. I thought like it was a little bit big. I might as well add some laundry. I do forget to add laundry baskets in the bedrooms, so there are baskets in the bedrooms if you download this room. They're just not in the video. I did 2 takes when I was recording, so I kind of took a break and forgot I added laundry into this apartment, and so that's why I don't have laundry, or I don't show me adding laundry in this apartment. And so we are just going to be adding a mirror. I want to keep this area pretty simple, like I keep saying, with like the items that need fixing sometimes, and so do change the color of the like outer walls to be more of a blue. I felt like the tile I chose for the room currently, it's just a little bit stale, a little bit hospital like, and so we are just going to be changing that color now, and it did kind of change the space a little bit for the better. And now we are just going to be adding some other items from the laundry day kit or pack. This is a pack, and so now we're just going to be finishing up the bathroom and going to be starting the bedrooms. I'm going to be starting off in the primary bedroom. So this is for the parents. I wanted to keep this area pretty modern in a way. I felt like the parents kind of have more of like a high-end design. They're both working parents possibly, and so I wanted to like show that they are both working. They both have that money to spend on a nice bed and toys for their child and etc. So we are just going to be adding those wardrobes, but I do get rid of those. I make more of a custom feature with the items from the Dream Home Decorator pack, and so we're just going to be adding some plants and some greenery, making this feel very lived in, or trying to make it seem very lived in. And so we're just going to be adding some books, we're going to be adding some of these cubed lamps. I feel like also, since there's like this opening on the bottom, adding some baskets just to maybe put those like bigger items that you need on your side table. And so we are just going to be adding some pictures and wall items. I always like adding these city festival posters because it seemed like they got it for like a date night, or maybe they met at one of these city festivals. And so now we are just going to be adding a mirror, or not a mirror TV, a picture frame TV, and I just felt like it needed something else, so I do kind of have it blend in with a collage wall, but I don't really, it's not like my best collage wall. I do like doing collage walls in The Sims. This one just seems not like my best, but I do keep it. I try to grow every time I do a video, and so we are just going to be adding some more pictures just so the frame TV doesn't look too out of place. But I feel like I needed to add some more things like on like the diagonal corners. Just seems a little branchy, and I need to like make it more like an oval shape. So if you like doing collage walls, maybe you can download my build and fix my collage wall. So we are just going to be adding a more built-in custom closet system. We're going to be starting off with these lower shelves. I feel like it's easier to start off with the lower shelves. It's easier to move, kind of shows you like the floor space, but it's also nice to use these higher pieces because then you don't have to find it like custom wall art to add on top. And so we are just going to also be adding these cubbies. These cubbies on the sides do not clip to the other items, and so it's kind of hard. I just kind of placed them there, and so I'm just going to be adding some shelves, and I do also add a mirror, and I feel like this just kind of made it seem more modern, and we're just going to be adding some other items onto the custom closet system, and going to just be trying to give this area a little bit of personality. Some of these items were like clipping onto the top of the lower shelves, and so it was kind of hard to like find items big enough that wouldn't like clip onto the top of the lower cabinets, and I really like how this area turned out. I'm just kind of figuring out what I'm missing at this point in the video, and one of those things was curtains. I'm just going to be quickly adding those, and I feel like the corners looked a little bit empty, so I'm also going to be adding a plant in the corner. I feel like this room turned out pretty well, and now we are in the spoiled child's room. And I don't know why, but whenever I think of spoiled child, I do think of like pure pink room. Maybe it's just because I grew up watching High School Musical, and Sharpay Evans was pretty much decorated in pink 24/7, and so we are just going to be adding some of these more darker furniture items. I kind of mostly chose these items because I was basing the entire room off of that bed, and I also realized I didn't add a laptop or computer, so there was a laptop now in the kitchen. It is a skill item that you get from being an interior designer. So maybe one of the parents is an interior designer, and so we are just going to be adding a rug. This rug is from the same kit as that mirror and the bookshelf in the dining room. I can't think of the actual name, but I think luxury is in it. So we are just going to be adding some lunchbox and going to be also adding this science table. I don't remember the last time I added that item, and I feel like it was a good use of space, and so it was like kind of a double win for that science table. And we were just going to be adding a backpack to match the lunchbox, and going to be trying to decide if I should add some clutter onto the desk. I end up just keeping the desk pretty simple just because I wanted there to be space for your sim to actually work. And now we are just going to be adding some ribbons. Maybe this sim is a very sciencey, smart kid, and so they've won ribbons, obviously, and then hanging it up to remind themselves and remind like their goals with being a scientist. And so we are just going to be adding a chair. I felt like it was nice place to sit and just have another like usable area for this room, or in this room. And now we are going to be adding a cloud wall pretty soon. I felt like in this room it would make sense to add a lot of these like kind of sticker items on the walls, because I was assuming that this is kind of like a short-term house, or not, maybe not a short-term house, but like this is a house that you like, you would be moving soon, and there's like maybe like having wallpaper isn't that happy with from the landlord, and so like they just kind of like added the clouds to make it more renter friendly, let's say. And so we are just going to be finishing up the clouds and going to be just rearranging a few items in this room. I feel like this area of the apartment turned out pretty well. Hopefully I made it look spoiled child enough. If I did, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video, and if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button so the algorithm knows about me, that would be wonderful. And so if you want to download this apartment, you can find all of that information down in the description. We are going to be finishing off this build with the outdoor balcony. I just kind of made it into a small little grill area, but I did also want to make it look nice because I feel like these Sims really want to impress somebody, and so we are just going to be adding a few kind of like grilling, cooking items out here, and we are getting close to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed watching. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 build, and if you have any build suggestions, leave them down in the comments. Thank you, and see you later. Bye.